Hey all, Blake here with another video, and today I'm going to bring you a plant species spotlight, which I really enjoy doing these videos, and we're going to do a little bit of a more intermediate plant today. Let's have a chat about Pogostemon Stellatus. So Pogostemon Stellatus actually differs from the commonly talked about Pogostemon Stellatus Octopus. Stellatus itself is from Asia, Papua New Guinea and actually Australia. So it is a native to the area that I live in, which is pretty cool. It is a stem plant just like octopus, however Stellatus will have some different colorations. So it'll have hues of green, red, purple and even orange in some nitrate restrictive environments, which is pretty interesting to see. It has a really beautiful shape. It's a stem plant, so it's going to grow tall and be best placed in the background. It's got some really nice compact sort of needle-like leaves, and they're quite lush as well if you allow the light to get all the way around it. On that topic, it is somewhat difficult to grow. It has high demands for light and CO2, so what you're going to find is that if you have a medium light, you'll find that the plant will actually shed all of its bottom leaves, look really stalky, and then you'll just have some leaves at the top as it's sort of grappling for whatever light it can get. Similarly with the CO2, it really needs it to get some nice lush dense leaves happening on it, otherwise it's just going to look really spindly and not attractive at all. In terms of pH and temperature, anything from a pH of 5 to 7 will be fine, but they really don't like that much hardness in the water, so keep it as far below 7 as you can comfortably manage with your fish load. And in terms of temperature, 24 to 28 or 76 to 82 Fahrenheit is a good temperature range to keep it within. Anything hotter than that and it will melt, and anything cooler than that and it just won't really grow very fast at all. If you've got it in your aquarium and there are leaves but they're quite pale and translucent, then what you'll find is that's a lacking of nutrients. This plant, being a fast growing stem plant, has a pretty high demand for light, CO2 and liquid fertilizer actually, so it is a thirsty old plant indeed. But what you'll find is if you've got pale and translucent leaves, it's probably a lacking of micronutrients, phosphorus or nitrate. So dose some really high quality liquid fertilizer that contains all of those things and has a good distribution of all those things. In addition, because it can get those red and purple hues, it will also appreciate some dosing of iron supplements as well to get some really nice coloration happening through the plant. Once it does have everything it likes, it will be a nice medium to fast grower, shoot off its own runners, and propagation is really easy. You can either break the stem and replant, or it will just sort of create new branches on itself. So it will bunch up naturally, but if you want it to really spread out, you can easily break it off and replant it. And you will notice little white roots when it does create stalks off the stems sort of naturally, so that's interesting to see as well. Overall, people do find it a difficult plant to grow because it does have those high demands for really high powered lights and a good spread of light as well from all directions. You're going to need to put in quite a bit of CO2, maybe 2 or 3 bubbles per second, which is a lot more than people are generally comfortable putting in. You're going to need a good high quality liquid fertilizer, something that's got a nice wide spread of nutrients within it. And I think what happens is a lot of people do hear the Pogostemon Stellatus Octopus talk, which is a stem plant and is in the Pogostemon family, but it is more of a green, easier to manage plant which has a different leaf structure, so it's far easier to grow. If you are a beginner, I would recommend that plant, but if you want a really nice bit of colour, some nice texture and a pretty unique looking plant in the back of your really high-tech aquarium, then I definitely recommend Pogostemon Stellatus. As well as that, because they do come from different regions, Asia, Papua New Guinea and Australia as I mentioned, there are some others as well, so they do have some slight differences in their locality as well, so you might get one that looks slightly different to somebody else, but don't be alarmed, it's probably from a different collection point originally, but yeah, nowadays they're mostly homegrown. So there you go guys, I really enjoy Pogostemon Stellatus. Hopefully you like this video. If you got any questions, be sure to leave them down below, and other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.